Hello random people, again, and I am here because I found myself some nondescript chemicals that'll white powders and have colors in them, and here's a label which you won't be able to read that's in French. Anyway, I'm here to do science, because science is a thing that you can do at home if you are slightly careful, unlike I usually am. So, the thing is, this can work with basically any ionic substance, and sugar, because apparently that works too. Basically, if you've got a white, powdery solid, or powder, or whatever, and no, don't snort it. I'm looking at you, Kieran, don't snort it. But salt works, again, Kieran, don't snort that. Yeah, you can do this. So normally you'd be a bit more careful than this, but I am slightly maniacal, so this is how I do it. You take your boiling water, which I obviously prepared ahead of time. You dump it in your small ass containers, and then you dissolve your nondescript white powder in it. This one is going to not be white, it's gonna be blue, okay. So this one's already been colorized. So you pour most of it in, you let it dissolve in the hot water. So we're gonna keep a little bit of that. Then we're gonna take the other one that should be yellow, I believe. Yes, it's yellow. Okay, so we're gonna yellowize that one. And then we're going to, once we got most of that in there, we're gonna dump a good amount into here too. A little less. That's good, okay. And then we're gonna dump the other bit so we can greenify. And ta-da! We have prepped ourselves some colors. Now, here's the thing. With these colors, we're going to mix them too. These are going to dissolve, so the powder's going to become one with the water. Simple sciencey stuff, right? Right? Okay, whatever. Anyway, the goal here is to have these super saturated to an extent, although it won't be entirely necessary, I don't think, for this one. But we're going to want to have these dissolve, at least mostly, in with the water, so that there is no powder left as per usual when you're doing science. You don't want powder at the bottom. And then they gotta cool down for 5 minutes, but since they gotta cool down for 5 minutes, and I'm still going to be storing for a bit, I can still talk to you. So with the yellow one you can see a lot more that how dissolved it is, right? The green one is currently dissolving all on its lonesome. How sad. Anyway, that heater is still really hot, so yeah. So how's everybody doing? Having fun? Playing the Civ 5? Yeah, thought so. Anyway, as of right now, I still haven't done the follow-up to the maths video, but that isn't exactly necessary, because right now we're doing science! Yes, science! Mr. T would be proud, wouldn't he? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm doing this mostly because I had some of these powders just lying around all over the place. Okay, so we can see that we're not completely done dissolving. But I'm a lazy fuck, so I'm not going to finish dissolving that. Instead, I'm going to start storing up our last one, which since it's a mixture, we can use both. Oh my. So now we get to one of the most important rules of chemistry. Don't lick the spoon. I know these look delicious right now, these popsicle sticks, but it's a horrible, horrible, horrible idea to go ahead and lick the spoon. Now, since I'm recording this, I actually get to see what time it is. So this is going to be a little bit longer than usual. Oh my god, I'm probably also going to edit it so you guys can see the end result. But this is chemistry at work. Oh boy, chemistry, a thing that you can do at home. Although, that's a thing too. Okay, so the next thing, after about half a minute, we're going to do is we're going to take these things of powder and not powder and pour them into these little cups that are already here. But what we gotta do before we put them in the cups is we gotta rock the free world. We gotta put a rock in here, put a Johnson in here, maybe Dwayne over here. Okay, those mandatory puns aside, we are now about ready to start chemistrying again. Just first, let's unmessify this mess I've made, okay? Okay. That's another thing with chemistry, clean up your mess. So, let's do it like this. Now for the last little bit of this little thing, which apparently is going to have to last 30 seconds, you just pour in your liquid, like so, into your little dissolving thing, and that's totally not completely dissolved. You're also supposed to sprinkle a little bit of the powder in at the bottom as to work as a seed, but that's not gonna happen. I'll do the rest of this stuff off camera and hopefully be able to get back to you when I'm done everything. Okay? So here we are a few months later with some those same things that we just put on the plate. Well, from your perspective. Again, it's been a few months for me. As you can see that they've incredibly crystallized. I kind of left them in here too long. Normally you just have the rocks looking cool like this one over here, but all the other green and blue stuff is in there because, you know, let it all evaporate instead of most of it. So, if I were to take this guy out, yeah, we've got a awesome looking green thing here. Some green crystally things, and as you can see, this isn't quite a powder. Yeah, careful if it'll actually focus. We can see the incredible crystalline structure and the specks of green dye in here. And that incredibly shiny little bit right there is also kind of cool. Over here is the yellow one. Come on. Let's get you in here. As you can see, the entire thing, rock and all, is all one big old piece. And I bet you want to play a first-person shooter game in this map right now. That would be incredibly fun now, wouldn't it? Eh? Yeah. Perhaps. And then over here in the blue, I don't think I even still have the rock in here anymore. Same sort of thing. Incredibly cool alien planet landscape. I think there might even be a map in Destiny that looks like this. Yeah. Also a nifty color scheme if you want to use that for something. All rocks. And this is how to make cringy ass rock things in a few long ass minutes of me talking monotonously in a monotone voice. Yeah.